只呀只我，只呀嘛只我。
On the Yellow Sea, there is one of the largest archipelagos in China, the Changshan Archipelago. Changshan Archipelago, one of the 8 archipelagos in China, consists of 142 islands and coral reefs. It is one of the most important fisheries in northern China, producing all kinds of fish, prawns, oysters, sea cucumbers, and other seafood. Among the many islands, the Zhangzi Island is a nationally famous one. Here may be a little bit different from your stereotype of the life of traditional fishermen. On the island, you'll find many 2-story houses with white walls and red tiles, surrounded by lush greenery and vast expanses of beautiful water. The streets are wide, comfy, and elegant, lined with mountains and the sea. You can almost feel the air, Provence-Alpes, Côte d'Ivoire. The sea has nurtured generations of the natives in hundreds of years. The fishermen here have fond feelings for the sea. They speak of the sea with awe, and they worship the sea. The northern fishermen believe in the power of the goddess of the sea. During the spring festival, as a traditional custom, they will worship the goddess. It is said that the 13th day of the first Chinese lunar month is the birthday of the goddess. On this day, the fishermen will have grand ceremonies to pray for the goddess' blessing. Since the island is a relatively closed place inhabited by fishermen, a special food culture has been gradually developed. They call it the island cuisine. The island cuisine is not one of the identified Chinese cuisines. It is based on the cooking experience passed down on the island from generation to generation. Here, the dishes have simple recipes, hoping to keep the original taste of food as much as possible. Large quantity, strong taste, and fresh ingredients are some of their characteristics. The foodies who have tasted all kinds of the fine food in the world will have their taste buds be refreshed here. The Zhou's Courtyard is one of the most popular restaurants on the island. Many tourists are attracted here by its fame. Noodles with fish and sweet potato leaves are one of the signature dishes in Zhou's Courtyard. It's a must-have for guests to the island. There is an old Chinese saying, "Before your departure, you have to eat some dumplings, and after your arrival, you have to eat some noodles." On the island, when a family entertains their guests, they will serve them with a top-level seafood dinner, which will be finished with a bowl of noodles with fish and sweet potato leaves. The wish is that the rope-like noodles will be tied on the legs of the guest to prolong his stay. And the thin, long noodles are a symbol that everything will go swimmingly. When the guest is to leave, he or she will be served with dumplings. They will chop fish to make fillings and wrap dumplings in the sharp of the sail, which means you'll have a favorable wind in the coming voyage. Sweet potatoes, as a root vegetable, are common on the dining tables in North China, but their leaves are rare to see. Here, you will find sweet potato leaves are surprisingly tasty. Only the tenderest leaves at the top of the seedling stem will be used. Wash them carefully and cut into small segments. They will be the soul of the noodles. And for the fish, freshness is the key. There is a wild fish called big stick fish in the local sea area. It's a kind of needlefish. belonging to the family Liaoning. It tastes very delicious. After washing, remove the head and viscera and cut the fish into sections. Next, the noodles. The process for making the seemingly simple noodle is actually rather complicated. They are handmade noodles, and you have to start from making the dough. Mix flour and water to get a smooth dough and knead it. In Chinese cuisine, dough kneading is a manual work that requires particular skill. It's a crucial step in making springy, chewy noodles. Knead the dough by slapping on the table and folding over. You have to repeat the procedure hundreds of times. Roll out the kneaded dough into one large circle on a lightly floured surface and cut it into narrow strips. Heat a wok and add oil, onion, and soy sauce. Stir fry until you smell the aroma, and then pour in cold water. Put the fish into the wok. Bring the water to a boil, and then add noodles. When the water boils again, add sweet potato leaves. Take the noodles out as soon as they are cooked, and then the fish. Place the fish on the noodles, and a bowl of delicious noodles is ready to serve. Among the Chinese, the Jiangzi Island is famous for sea cucumbers and abalones. However, those precious foods are not part of the diet of the natives. It's the noodles that belong to their daily life. The noodle dish proves that the food made of simple ingredients can be a real delicacy too. In a bowl of noodles, you will find the taste of the sea and the kindness, charm, and hospitality of the fisherman.